Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern battle simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. And now it's time to play Command Modern Air Naval Operations again. Today we're going to jump into one of the tutorials that's actually the first full up battle. This is, not just a little ship running around killing things. This is a real live fight. So as you read here, the fellow who designed it, Mark Gellis, this scenario is a very basic Cold War battle. Okay, so it's 1985. You're in charge of a small surface action group. Jobs hunt down Soviet ships and submarines and destroy them before they can get out in the Atlantic Ocean where they can threaten NATO convoys. So what do you say we load this sucker up and give it a try? Okay, so I'm going to go through this briefly. We're not going to read all this stuff in blue. You can see what it says here. Anything in black is part of your actual orders, so we're going to take care of that. But before we get into it, hey, if you've been following along all this time and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Fix that problem. Hit the bell notification so you know when I've uploaded another video. Like and share, and please, please, please let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Okay, so it is June of 1985. Flash priority 2, commanding officer Exeter from Sinkland, subject Norwegian Sea Patrol. 1, situation, weather broken clouds, forecast 6:24 to 36 hours, no significant precipitation expected in the area of operations, winds northeast at 12 knots, sea state 4. Enemy Soviet forces in your area of operations expected to include a small surface action group and 1 or 2 SSNs or SSGNs. Friendly, no change. Attachments and detachments to Bremen F-10207 and that's what I wanted to say, 107, I don't know. And Kortenauer F-807 are attached to your command effective immediately. So we'll go down here. Mission patrol the rectangular area bounded by 70 north, 65 north, 10 west, and 20 east. Locate, destroy all Soviet forces. Execution, weapons tight. Authorized to initiate hostilities, but only against targets identified as hostile. Grouping and task, no change. No change. Operational restrictions. Release of special weapons. Yeah, no nukes. No change in administration. MCON State C, unrestricted emissions, and commanding officer Exeter is officer in tactical command. Good luck, good hunting, Sinkland Sons. Okay, so, and there we are. And just take a quick look here. Zoom in and determine now that you can actually use the arrow keys to move things around. That's kind of cool. These guys are cavitating. They are moving right along. 8 knots, which I think is about the cavitation. Well, that's saying 18 knots. Yep, 18 knots. These guys are going 8. Oh, I'm not sure what to make of that. But I think what we're going to do, since we know that the well, first let's do this. Without we start getting too deep into that, let's get the mission set up. So we're going to add a new mission. Now we're going to add a mission called Patrol. We're going to call it a patrol type mission. Well, I'll take that back. We're going to call it a patrol class mission, and we're going to call it a sea control patrol. Sea control patrol. Right. Let's open the mission editor. Now, there's already an ASW patrol mission built in, and we're going to add the 3 helicopters that are part of this force. Each one of these frigates has one. But those 2 aren't ready, but this one is. So we're going to go ahead and ready that aircraft. He's got 2 Mark 46 lightweight Mod 2 torpedoes. All right, okay, ready. And the patrol mission I just created, we're going to move the Exeter into it. We're going to leave everything else alone. It's same thing, different day. We've been through this before. Now, I'm going to take some direct control and tell these guys to slow down. Now, the reason I'm doing that is we know there are submarines in the area. I don't think that will change the submarine's abilities to find us, but it might help us hear them, if nothing else, hear them, what they've launched. So we can see we've got the coast of Norway and Iceland and Greenland there. There we are. We are in the Norwegian Sea. So what do you say? Now, one thing I haven't talked about before, now that I think about it, if you take a look over here under map settings, you can see that white is air sensors, these rings we're looking at. Surface sensors are yellow. Air weapons are kind of an off red. Surface weapons are the dark red. Land weapons blue. Underwater weapons green. Oh, well, that got out. Oh, I've got this. Well, I'm not doing very good. Let's let everything calm down. And we're rotating the globe. It centers where I use the mouse wheel. So that's what I did all wrong there. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's see, I was talking about a lot of stuff there, wasn't I? Let's take a look at sensors. Whoa, we do want to, right now everything's MCON set. I want to fire up radars, sonars, and offensive ECM. Let's just scream that we're out here. Okay, well, off we go. And I believe they are slowing down. Yep, see that speed right there is dropping. So what do you say we step her up to 15 seconds? And I'm quiet while that helicopter lights off. We don't need to read this right now. It's about, it says nothing's going to happen for an hour or two. That's the most important thing here. If you've got the game, play this thing. It's actually pretty good. All right, we have, make sure I did that right. Yep, radars, everything's on. Outstanding. Here's a list of weapons that are available to that ship or that ship. It's interesting is the Exeter has no harpoons or any other missile, any surface weapon, but it does have a real nice, where's that sucker, 114 millimeter gun. The Bremen has got harpoons and Sea Sparrows, a 76 millimeter gun. And the Kortenauer has harpoons, Sea Sparrows, and 76 millimeter gun, and a lot of other things too, but there you go. Anyway, so enough talk, let's rock. Okay, 4 white X's, yep, I've already done that. That's setting up the mission. And continue on. All right, we've got a surface contact, Skunk 1. The ASW helicopter is doing its thing, but let's go ahead and give her, send her out there to see what that is. And I mean, okay, we're getting a transmission from headquarters. This is important. Captain Boston SSN 703. That's a Flight 1 Los Angeles class. Attached to your command effective immediately. You use her to patrol the southwest portion of your area of operations. Okay. So where is she? There she is. I want Boston to head this way. I don't know about this patrol the southwest thing. I want her to come up here. And I pretty much want her to do it in a hurry. So I want her to go to cruise speed just under the layer and tell her to avoid cavitation and maybe do a sprint and drift just for fun. That ought to be interesting. That took away speed control. I've never done that. Let's see how that works. All right, we're going to stay on 15 seconds. Another surface contact. And now that I think about it, all right, it looks like she didn't get a good visual on these guys. That's interesting. Maybe she needs to get closer. F3. Go there. And very carefully, very carefully, very carefully. That yellow's her radar. Let's watch this thing, see what she does. There she goes at 25 knots. Aha, green. It's a trawler. Okay, well, let's go over here and check Skunk 2. Meanwhile, the Boston is boogieing at 25 knots. Okay, that one, okay. Now she should return to her patrol mission now. There she goes. One thing I want to do, I want to send these guys back off in this direction. I want them to link up with the Boston when she gets there. All right. Helicopter's doing her thing. Boston's dashing along at 25 knots. Boston's found something. Yeah, she's got a contact there. She ought to slow down. There she goes. And it has been, it's green. It's a biologic. When it's green, it's friendly. Yellow is unknown. Red, hostile. So we've got our trawlers. We've got our whale. Let's keep going. And here she goes, dashing again at 25 knots. All right, what are our aircraft doing here? Cordenauer, Exeter. I don't see, did she land? Did the helicopters land? SW Patrol. I don't know. I don't see her, but then again, it's kind of crowded in here. It kind of looks like she landed. I guess I didn't mean to send her to land, but she may have run out of go juice, although that sounds unusual. Ready in 46 minutes. Let's go ahead, get back into the mission editor, select all of them and say ready selected aircraft, and it's going to say you select the multiple aircraft type or host bases, you only be able to ready the aircraft the first of WASP HAS-1 on the Exeter. Oops. Okay, well, get her ready. Controlling these helicopters has been kind of odd. One thing, they start with these really long readying periods, except for one of them, like hours. So, I don't know. Anyway, we're blasting along now. Let's go ahead and kick this time up to 30 seconds. And okay. All right, now we've got a skunk. So we've got an aerial contact there. Do I take that back? That's, and here we go again, sending, could just be the same thing, right? Oh, we've lost track of the trawlers. That's all that is. Let's go ahead and let the helicopter do its patrol thing. There's both of them out there doing their hunting for submarines thing. And in the meantime, Boston's found another biologic. Happy days. I'm curious. We're going to go check this out just in case. I'm pretty sure that's guys. Yeah. Okay, it's fighting me now. It wants to go check out that whale, which makes no sense. I have to tell you, right off the bat, that makes no sense. That Boston is at 276 feet and knows it's a biologic. I don't know how this helicopter knows that the thing exists at all. Send her, no, don't do that. That's silly. Yeah, that's those trawlers again. Yeah, we got all 3 helicopters in the air. Looks like 2 of them have landed. Okay. All right. So things are proceeding with great vigor. Let's select the Exeter and move in that direction. So far, all we found are the trawlers. And the Boston is in AO now. All right, helicopter's up. Okay, do you see what happened there? That's kind of interesting. This yellow line is his surface search radar, and it had this big old, I think it was at 1,000 feet, so he had a pretty good area he could see, but he dropped, I believe, he came down and he either put a sonobuoy in or no, he's using dipping sonar. Look, he's at 0 knots, so that's kind of interesting. Uh-oh. Bogey 8. For the purpose of the scenario, you can assume this is a Soviet aircraft. Well, that tells me something. Okay, Boston, F3, in that direction. Hit escape. F2. Cavitation at 25 knots. I think we're going to leave her alone for just now. Ooh, well, been identified as hostile. It's a hormone, KA-25, right? There it is. So there are surface units in the vicinity. All right, we need to send our helicopter off in that direction and see what we can see. Yeah, see, oh, well, I'm moving so fast. But what happened was, and I got the 30 seconds thing happening here. Sea Dart, Mod 1, number 66, attacking K-25. The first one missed, the second one hit, and that's one less ugly Soviet submarine, and I shouldn't have done that. Control-Shift-M, let's get that back. And I think maybe we'll cut this back to 15 seconds so it's not quite that fast. All right. DDG-9. So we've got a type ID, but not a specific ID. This can't be good for the helicopter. It sounds like a good way for it to die. You can get him turned around. Awesome. I'm going to leave the Boston alone. All right, and I'm doing a lot of micro here because I really am trying to outsmart these guys. Boston, I want you to quit the sprint and drift. Down to cruise. In fact, let's go down to, let's just cruise. And this is exciting. Whoa, we got all sorts of contacts here. F3, we know that's DDG, skunk. Let's send that guy scouting off in that direction. The Boston, I want you to go here. And yep, keep going. You guys, this is fixing to get interesting here. Creep. Right, that takes care of the whole group. That's the Exeter. F3. And we're getting all set up here. It's a little confusing, but I've played enough now that this is making sense. So here are our 3 unknowns, although I'm feeling pretty good about declaring that guy hostile. But within the spirit of the scenario, we need better identification. Let's hit, and well, he just doesn't seem to have gotten on top of him. Boston, slow down. I want you to see if you can hear something. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It just got exciting. All right. New contact, Skunk 11. Did our helicopter? No, our helicopter has not been killed, but this guy is clearly hostile. He's been identified. So we've got a Cashin, a Krivac, and you know who did that? It's in the convergence zone. I'll bet you Boston smoked them out. Look, this guy, get out of there. All he's going to do is get hurt. But what this is a bunch of harpoons. So it's time to slow down and let's see how that harpoon attack. How do I want to do this? And no, I thought I had the range symbols. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah, let's let it go. Click. And all right, these harpoons were launched. Now this is all happening automatically, but they're launched with an off-bearing attack. They would fly to here, hang a left, and go there. That's kind of cool. All right. Oh, we are going to slow down a bunch and take a look because they're being jammed. You can see these are their seeker cones. Will they get a hit? I haven't seen anything. They haven't attempted to shoot them down, and for all I know, that is not a solid enough location. Although it seems to be. You got to wonder when it's going to start behaving like when it's going to start trying to defend itself. Slow it down. Let's see. And like I said, boom. All right. Defensive jammer, Krivac attempting to spoof, failed. So you see a bunch of decoys being launched by the Krivac. They all failed. And number 69 hit it, 100% penetration, and destroyed. Well, that was pretty cool. I guess that means that they hit the wreck. All right, we're going to send this helicopter into danger here and go figure out what that guy is. Let's kick the speed up a little bit. This helicopter's over here doing its thing. Boston's moving along at a very deliberate pace. Let's. I'm leery of speeding her up right now because there may be Soviet submarines in the area, and I don't want her to get bagged when she's transiting the area at high speed. I'll kick the speed up to 5 seconds. Another salvo of 4 RGM-84Ds, 570 knot at 30 feet, doing its sea skimming thing. All right, he's saying he's jammed, but that cations right in the search, right in the search arc. What will happen now? And finally, 1 second. Let's slow it down for fun. Hold my breath. All right. Who's reading this? Positively identified. Okay. It's a good thing because those guys are seriously trying to kill it. Miss. Okay, let's see what happened there. Decoy failure, decoy success. So Chaff spoofed one of them. And again, Chaff spoofed the second one. Weapon RGM-84D has impacted, 100% penetration. Battle damage assessment, we don't know. What we do know now, I'd say that's severe flooding and fire. Okay, well, that was a successful attack. In the meantime, all right, Boston's moving in. The little Wasp is going to go over here, probably get swatted by, oh, it's a cruiser. Yeah, that's exciting. All right, we've got another harpoon launch. You may regret using all those harpoons on a wounded DDG, given that there's a CG out here. All right, spotted. It's a Cresta 2. That's awkward. You know what I want you to do? I want you to RTB. Probably gonna get killed anyway, but we'll see. Oh, look. Managed to get a couple of weapons off against her. God almighty. How many did he launch here? 6? Wish I had them for this guy, because 2 is going to have a hard time getting through there. Okay, the helicopter bought it. This is way overkill. All right, now need to send her in that direction. I don't have a lot of confidence that these two harpoons are going to actually score here, but we shall see. They're on their way in, and ooh, well, let's see. So he's using 30mm Gatling bursts, is attacking with a base probability of 70%, adjusted for just a 70% target speed modifier, -4, target size, -9. Target is missile with pop-up terminal maneuver, hit probability reduced by 25%, hit and a miss on the other one. So I think they got one of the harpoons. Maybe both. Yeah. Go back in here. Missed. Failed. Weapon missed. So the first one missed and the second one was killed. Right. Okay. So we still have a dangerous opponent out there, plus the possibility of submarines. What's interesting is she hasn't launched anything. Perhaps she hasn't. Okay, there's a harpoon running off downrange until she runs out of go juice. I suspect we are out of harpoons. Otherwise, we'd seen another launch. All right, she's getting harder to figure out. Uh-oh. All right, what? Somebody is shooting at us. Vampires. We got missiles incoming. I don't see them. There they are. They're launched. So she has cut loose with her SSMs. And the Exeter has launched 2 sea darts. And another couple of sea darts. Hit. Miss. There's another pair of sea darts. Alright. We got more incoming. Now we can take a look at what it's telling us here. Right, you can see the sea dart hit. Sea sparrows are running blind. They don't have a target, that's why, because the sea darts got them. All right, here they come. Seeing some real... And they're just shooting away at us. Exeter's doing his air defense thing with the sea darts. Now, you know what we need to do? It just passed my mind. Boston can... Let's take a look at her weapons. That's okay. I'm not going to find anything in a freaking signal. Okay, she's got Mark 48s there. She's got a Mark 48 there. Got a sub-rock. All right, so she's got 2 torpedoes and a sub-rock. I could load harpoons. But you know what? Unless you load 4 harpoons, I don't see much point. But we could do that. Let's hope that that doesn't get us in trouble with a bad guy submarine. And done it 3 times. Should have done it 4. That's right, up here. Okay. Meanwhile, we watch this battle, the air defense battle. These guys are jamming. All right, Sea Sparrow's on the way. More Sea Sparrow's on the way. Boy, how are we doing here? Looks to me like we've got harpoons loaded and ready to go. All right, well, F2, we want to come up to shallow. And once she's there, we'll launch an attack. And hopefully that won't put us in a bad place. All right, should we do it? Shift F1. Let's stop that. Yep, Boston selected. Shift F1. And allocate weapons. And let her rip. All right, now we've got a harpoon attack coming from the Boston. And I'm doing this because I need a screenshot. Okay. Get back on here. And we'll take a look at the weapons again. She's reloading. We'll go ahead and let her reload that one more time. It may take another salvo if these 4 get through at all. I am worried about submarines. Although she seems to have shot her wad, she can certainly defend herself. And slow it down. And zoom it in. Watch it happen. And miss. Now what happened to her? All weapons, it says right here, all weapon seekers were spoofed. She was attempting to seduce, that particular system, a PR 1134A. Okay, so she spoofed the first one, spoofed the second one. Oh, this is why you launch more than one. So defensive jammer, side globes, MP 403, failure. He hit 100% penetration. No battle damage assessment. Lord, that's loud. And defensive decoys failed. Defensive jammer failed. And so we got a 50% hit rate. We don't have a battle damage assessment, but we got a couple of hits. Shift F1. Weapons on magazines. Oh, we're out. We're out. That was all we had. So let's take a look. We should have torpedoes loaded, right? No, tomahawks. We don't want that. No. Let's load some torpedoes. Right. Make sure that we don't leave any confusion. Clearing that. Get back to, and we'll load a sub-rock. Ooh, it's got a nuclear depth charge. No, we don't have permission to use those. So, Mark 48s, and we're off and running. So we've got a damaged Cresta out there. Don't know how bad. We could send a helicopter to find out, but I'm just not real happy about the idea of getting that thing killed just for fun. So these guys are sailing away, which is probably not cool. Exeter, pause, F3. I don't want to get them too far away. Oh, we've lost track of her completely. Did she sink? Aha, yes we do. Look at this. Soviet ship destroyed. All right, so now we're back to, and I shouldn't have done that. Control Shift M to get that in a separate window. Now we're back to creeping along, looking for submarines. F2. Right, I want you guys to slow down. You're cavitating, that's not good. And now we are in the hunt for submarines. Otherwise, if we weren't, okay, and let you go back down just under the layer. So these guys should be listening high, these guys should be listening low. And now we are searching. Okay, the helicopter's off doing its thing. Yep. Now we just hope that we can find what we're looking for here. Let's keep the Boston in the vicinity of these guys, but still searching down in this area where they are not. And we're staying out in deep water. That's good for the Boston. The Norwegian Sea. And they're back to making noise again. I guess there's only... Aha, okay. All right, got a contact here. Think it might be a submarine. All right, let's cut this back a bit. Select the Boston. Heading that direction. Select these guys, heading that direction. And slow down, guys. I don't know why. Here, how's that? Avoid cavitation. Oh, have I got a helicopter in the air? That's the Kortenauer. Doesn't appear that we do. Let's see. Any aircraft available? Or is it farther out than I thought? Oh. Back to the mission. Select them. Ready aircraft. All right, the Kortenauer will be able to ready to bird. Forever. Basically, it'll take forever. Okay, well, we have been working them pretty hard. Looks like we're going to have to do without it. That means, ooh, baby, why are you going so fast? I want you to slow down and find that puppy. Run along at 15 seconds. This area of uncertainty is huge. We'll get in this convergence zone. If that's where she, maybe we'll figure something out. Back on the Exeter. No aircraft available. Aha, now there is. And she has a couple of Mark 46, one or two. Let's see, Mark 46 near tip mod 5. I don't know how many, but she's got at least one torpedo. Let's let her get out there and start trying to sniff that bad boy out. All right, stop. Boy, sometimes it's hard to get this thing to behave. All right, she's at 0 knots, 150 feet. She is dipping that sonar. And I'm going to go look somewhere else. Ooh. Let's see, F3. Will she? Oh, we found her. Oh, we think. A big area of uncertainty there. Did she, Okay, it says it's been classified as SSN and then determined to be a Victor 3, determined as hostile. All right. And if we look at this, it's a long ways away from being able to be launched on by the Boston, but the Boston is moving in that direction, which is cool. And this guy is hunting for her in this area. That's what it looks like to me anyway. I hate to turn this up because things happen so fast. Yeah, with the subrock we could reach out there, but yeah, we were told not to use nukes. So we won't. All right, she's going to dip again. That's what she's doing, sticking that sonar down. So we've got the helicopter working the area. We've got the Boston moving in. We don't have much information on her. She's over there listening with the dipping sonar. And it's just nice and deliberate, slow. All right, we'll speed things up a bit. That's speeding things up a lot. Wow. Just worried we'll miss all the fun if I go too fast here. Oh well, let's go faster. Okay. Like I said, things went fast. They went so fast that I'm not sure what happened. So, new contact designated vampire. That's at submarine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did she launch on? Did she launch? She launched. She launched a. Oh, I don't know what weapons she has, and there's no, no telling. She launched. I think she launched a. She launched a sub. Got a. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna come out of it yet. She launched a sub-rock equivalent. She launched a rocket lifted torpedo. That's why she's going so fast right now. She's doing the evasion thing. In fact, there it is, which explains why she's speeding up. Yahoo! Oh, let's not lose the Boston. Let's not lose the Boston. And we take a look. Decoy from Boston attempting to seduce sensor success. All weapons missed target, but she's still there. Looks like she's still there messing around trying to find that with that decoy. All right, we're going to leave the Boston alone doing her thing. Except it looks like that torpedo is still in the game. Trying to catch the Boston. How many times have I done this in cold waters? Oh, the Boston was sunk. That's just not good. What are your orders, sir? Yeah, his sink lamp will be a really good mood when he hears about this. No kidding. Oh, that was, well, okay. Life is full of disappointments. Things went our way with the surface battle, but not so much here. We're going to have to hope that that helicopter which I don't know what she's doing. She's sitting there. All right, we've got another helicopter just lifted off. And she is making tracks over there. Let's slow things down. Hey, guess what? I need you to go that way. We got to get some paybacks. Lost a Los Angeles class submarine. Come on, baby, do your thing. Do your thing. I think she's returning to base. She is. Okay, so we got to get the other links moving in. Ooh, I think she's put a weapon in the water. I sped things up a bunch. Yep, we got a lightweight torpedo in the water. Will she find the submarine? Oh! Let's take a look. Got a hit right there. Got a hit. Now whether that lightweight torpedo didn't necessarily kill her, but and there's another one. So she was carrying two. Yep, she's probably RTBing. She's out of weapons. Will we get her? Circling around. Make another run. thump. And weapon Mark 48 lightweight mod 2 number 135 impacted. So I lost that submarine. Now what? What? We still have, wow, still got play to go. Okay, well, let's speed things up, because apparently that means there's more than one submarine out here. Oh, nope, it's concluded. You are presented with the evaluation of your performance. Triumph. Even losing that sub? Wow, I'm a little surprised about that. Losses and expenditures. 1 WASP and 1 SSN 700. Yeah, Los Angeles class Flight 1. We used 18 Sea Darts, 16 harpoons, 8 Sea Sparrows. Oh, we used 20 harpoons. A bunch of decoys and 2 Mark 46 lightweight torpedoes. We killed 2 KA-25s, 1 Krivak, 1 Cashin, 1 Cresta, and 1 Victor 3. Now, just between us girls, I think I'd call that a loss. Losing that Los Angeles class submarine is not trivial. But hey, that was cool. Let's see what it says. Soviet aircraft destroyed, NATO helicopter, Soviet ship, Boston destroyed, minus 100 points. So it looks like we got 20 points for the helicopter, 100 points for the ship, lost 20 points for the helicopter, 100 points for the ship, 20 points for the helicopter. So we got 100 points for every ship. And there you go. That was, according to the scenario scoring, 100% successful mission. Hey, this has been fun. I'm actually starting to groove on this. It's making some sense. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed playing, and hope to see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.